And what's up, guys? Jesse here, and today we are back on the channel, skill level 31. We are talking auto mechanics, classes in session. So let's get started. Alright guys, so today you might notice I got my daughter's CRV pulled up very close to my Honda Civic. Alright, so the reasoning for that is we're going to talk about the battery and jump starting the battery. This is some information that everyone needs to know, and I'm going to try to explain this information like my 16-year-old daughter is watching this video, or I'm telling her how to do it. It's a very important skill that everybody needs to do. You don't want to be, at Walmart or wherever you shop at, dead battery and not having a clue what to do, and you're at somebody else's mercy, or you're trying to Google what to do. So, we do have information at our fingertips, but Googling something necessarily don't mean that you can do it, right? So, I'm going to do my best to try to teach this where it's easy to understand, easy to comprehend for anybody. So, let's get started. First off, the first thing we need to know is the battery location. Typically, battery location, like on the Civic, next to the firewall. On this CRV is closer to the front, and I believe the Pilot is the same way. It's closer to the front. So, just judging based off the cars that we have, it seems like the newer cars, the batteries are more closer to the front now. So it's good to know where the batteries are located. And it is also good to know, in the situation when you turn your car over and it don't crank, on what to do, and to have a good pair of jumper cables just in case, and how to use these jumper cables. So we're gonna get into that, right? So I'd say if you turn your car over and it don't crank, maybe just do some visual checks first. Check your battery, make sure it's not cracked, leaking, anything oozing out of it. Check the terminals, make sure the terminals are clean. These terminals are clean. Are the terminals loose or are they tight? These are tight. Shake the battery, see if it's in there good. Some batteries have an eye where you can see, the fluid in it. You can check the fluid because batteries have fluid in them. We'll go over here to this battery. We'll do a quick check. Now this one has some corrosion. If you have corrosion like this, baking soda and a toothbrush will get it right off. I need to clean these. And typically, this is an indication that you probably need new terminals. You need to replace these terminals. So I need to clean my daughter's terminals and possibly replace them. And that would be a good future video for that. So this battery is braced in, so it's good. This is a new battery. I just recently bought it, and I did an install video. Okay, just some heads up before we get in here. To prevent this issue from having to jump start your car, or end up stranded where you have to jump start your car, things to look for is like, slow cranking, your lights, you see your lights dim when you're going down the road, especially say like you turn a device on. Like, I know in older cars, sometimes if you turn the radio on and the lights dim, that was a good indication. And if your battery's 3 to 5 years old, once it passes that 3 years mark, it could possibly, be getting old and time for a new one. So them are kind of things to be mindful of. And don't constantly jump start your vehicle. I would say jump start it, then go to a O'Reilly's or AutoZone and get them to test it. If you don't have a tester like myself, I have a tester. I can just plug it in and I can see what's going on with my battery alternator, So if you don't have access to that, you can go jump start your car and go to a parts store and get them to check it for you. They'll tell you exactly what's wrong with it, and they'll get you fixed up. Alright guys, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this video. Okay, say you're at Walmart and your battery's dead and you need to jump start. Make sure you have these jumper cables right here. Have a set of jumper cables always on deck. Alright, so you need your cars like this where it's close enough to run the cables, right? I would advise, like, on the running car, just, you know, try to minimize power usage. Same for the car that's dead. Try to make sure nothing's on when you go to jump start it. All right, so believe it or not, they're actually an order to do this. So first off, when you hold these, you need a second person, really, and the second person needs to hold these right here apart. You don't want them to touch. So the order you want to do is, we're going to pretend the Civic battery is dead. The order you want to do is, you want to go right here. I really don't want to hook up two good batteries together, but it is what it is. So you want to go right here to the power, and then you want to do the power. Oh Lord Jesus. You want to do the power on the good one. And then you want to do the ground on the good one. And then you want to do the ground on this one. And that's when you have this car running. You sit in this one. I'd probably sit in it maybe 30 seconds to a minute and turn it over. It should fire right up. But remember, you want to start with the good battery. Power to the bad battery, ground to the good battery, ground to the bad battery, and that's the proper way to hook up your jumper cables. Alright guys, so now we have the car jumped off. Like I said, let it idle 30 seconds to a minute, turn it over. If it don't start, 30 seconds to a minute, turn it over, say it starts. We're pretending it starts. So you reverse the order in which you did this in. It'd be helpful if I had a second person with me, but I don't. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work, y'all. All right, and now both cars are running. So that is how you jump a car off safely. And again, it's good terminal, good power, bad power, good ground, bad ground. And then once it cranks, you reverse it. You know, let it stay on a few seconds after it cranks, get a good charge, and like I said, go to your nearest parts store. If you don't have a code reader like I do, go to a good parts store, figure out what's going on, get the problem taken care of. And that, my friends, is how you jump start your car. Anyways guys, so that wraps up this video. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. I'm also on TikTok if you want to follow me there too. I'll see you guys next video.